For more than a century and a half, Westfield Insurance and our independent agency partners have protected families and businesses. We provide peace of mind should the unthinkable happen.
Today, Westfield is proud to not only bring our customers protection, we're building a strong future by supporting youth as they become tomorrow's leaders.
Westfield cares about the community, and we support scholastic excellence through educational programs like Brainbusters, not only here, but in the cities where we operate.
Please join us in celebrating the love of knowledge as we watch these bright young stars.
Hello, my name is Bryce Davis, and I'm the captain of the West Perry team. We're glad to be here today.
Hi, my name is David Levine. I'm the captain of the Harrisburg Academy team, and we're also glad to be here today.
From Studio A at WGAL 8, it's Westfield Insurance Brainbusters. Now, here's your host, Rich Rosen.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to our show. I am so excited about being here today. We've had some terrific matches over the past few weeks with some really high-scoring games. Let's see what happens today with West Perry and Harrisburg Academy. Here comes today's opening round. 10-point questions, one big brain buster thanks to our friends at Pizza Hut. Pick up your signaling buttons and use them frequently beginning now. His 3 books include Dreams from My Father, The Audacity of Hope, and Change We Can Believe in. David.
Barack Obama.
He's the one for 10 points. A comet has one, an atom has one, so does a seed in a cell. What word refers to the center of a comet, an atom, a seed, and a cell? David again.
Nucleus.
A nucleus, and you're correct again. The Russian Revolution was a struggle between 2 political factions. One was the Mensheviks. What was the other? David.
Bolsheviks.
Bolsheviks, you are correct again. If 2 straight lines meet at a point, they form an angle. What name is given to the point where the 2 lines intersect? Nathan.
Vertex.
Vertex, and that gets West Perry on the board for 10 points. On September 1st, 1939, Germany invaded this country and World War II began. David.
Poland.
Poland is correct. Electromotive force equals electric current times electrical resistance. In other words, V equals IR. Whose law is it? Ooh, back to physics class, and you're going to remember Ohm's law. In vertebrates, hemoglobin transports this element to the myoglobin. David?
Oxygen.
Oxygen is absolutely correct. It was half man, half bull, kept in a labyrinth on the... David?
Minotaur.
Minotaur, good anticipation. And now it's time for the big brain buster for 10 points and a gift certificate to Pizza Hut for everybody on your team. We wish all 8 of you good luck. Their real success began with the productions of HMNS Pinafore and the Pirates of Penzance. Who were these? Bryce?
Herbert and Gilstein?
No, sorry. Who were these musical partners? David?
Gilbert and Sullivan.
They are the ones. Congratulations, Harrisburg Academy. Iraq was once known as the land between the rivers. What, Jude?
Mesopotamia.
Mesopotamia means the land between the rivers. It is odorless, colorless, and tasteless. It can come from a gas-burning heater or engine, and high doses can kill in seconds. What is this, Bryce?
Carbon monoxide.
Carbon monoxide is the gas with the formula CO. The rarest but deadliest skin cancer. It's caused by overexposure to the sun. It attacks the cells. David?
Melanoma.
Melanoma attacks the cells that produce the dark brown pigment in the skin. It's the only line that's shared by baseball, basketball, and bowling. What line is it, Adam?
Sideline.
No, sorry. Incorrect. I'm sorry. Harrisburg Academy? David?
Touchline?
No. It's the foul line is the common term. In physics and meteorology, it's the process by which a liquid is removed from vapor. What's the word? Jude?
Deposition.
No, sorry, that's incorrect. West Perry? Beck, I'm sure you can remember condensation. The mountains get their name from the bluish haze that surrounds them. What section of the Appalachian runs through Tennessee and North Carolina? Adam?
Blue Mountain Range.
No, sorry. Harrisburg Academy. David?
Cascade Mountains?
No. It's the Great Smoky Mountains. Some say it had 50 heads. Some say only 3. What watchdog, Bryce?
Cerberus.
Cerberus, right in time. Yes, it's the most abundant metal on Earth, found mostly in an ore called bauxite. What is it? Jude?
Aluminum.
Aluminum is correct. Mo, we won't get to that question or any more questions in that round because it's time for our first break. Gives everyone a chance to relax for a bit. We'll be back with more right after this important message from our sponsor, Westfield Insurance.
Hi, I'm Jane Copenheffer of the Insurance Alliance of Central Pennsylvania, a Westfield agency partner located in Camp Hill, bringing you the Sharing Knowledge Building Trust question. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Association, out of every 8 child safety seats, how many are not installed correctly? For the answer and a chance to win a flip cam, visit westfieldinsurance.com/brainbusters.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Rhonda Bruner from West Perry School District. Our students have a high level of school spirit and are proud to be from West Perry. They carry these positive feelings over into higher education as well as the workplace. Colleges and businesses have given us compliments on our well-rounded graduates. Best wishes to both teams.
Thank you, Dr. Bruner, and thank you for staying with us for our competition between West Perry and Harrisburg Academy. Now, to get to this point, there's a lot of help behind the scenes. Let's meet the coaches. Today, we're going to say hello first to Mrs. Betsy Ryder. She's the coach from West Perry. Great to have you here. Now, Mrs. Ryder, you're the gifted support teacher, so you obviously know most of these students, I assume. What is it like being in the audience today? Do you get nervous, or, I mean?
Oh, it's always harder watching them participating, especially since I've had these students since they were in the 6th grade.
Oh, so you know them very well, and you know their talents, and so when they miss a question, you're kind of like,
and I'm very fond of them, and I want the best for each one. So yes, it's hard.
All right. Well, it's great to have you here. Thanks for being such a great team. And next to you is the team's alternate, Pierce Cates. You are a sophomore at West Perry. Great to have you here. Now, you were telling me before today's show that you have a unique heritage.
Yes. My father's side of the family, half of his mother's side of the family is from Iceland, a country in northwestern Europe. My mother, actually, who's in the audience, she has roots from Czechoslovakia, Germany, Poland, all over Europe. My family is basically spread out all amongst Europe.
A great opportunity to go visit over there.
Yeah, I've been to Iceland. I've been to England. I've seen lots of I have lots of family in Iceland, so I've seen them.
Well, it's great to have you here. Thanks very much for sharing. And now let's move over to Harrisburg Academy. Dr. Thomas Banks, and you are the head of the upper school.
Correct.
Now, there are a plethora of activities from which to choose. How are you able to field such a strong team from your school?
It's nice that Quiz Bowl and Brainbusters, our Quiz Bowl team and our Brainbusters team, allows the kids to do something different than athletics. Athletics are so strong at school, so it's nice to have an academic program, academic activity that allows the kids to field that.
Well, it's a unique opportunity to feature them in a different way,
Correct.
Well, thanks so much for coming here. And I know that you did have a team's alternate, but he couldn't make it today.
Correct. Jacob McCann was ill, so he's not able to make it today. So we were counting on all four to make it.
Well, we wish him the best of health, and now the best of luck to our teams as we continue our game with our one-on-one rapid fire. A chance to say hello to our players and see what's going on in their very busy lives. Otto is our first player from West Perry, and your last name is Wallenmeyer, if I'm correct?
Yes.
And it's nice to have you here. You are a junior, and you're an Eagle Scout, and so obviously you've had an opportunity to be in Boy Scouts for many, many years. Yes. What did you do for your Eagle Scout project?
I created a set of therapy stairs as well as 2 8-foot benches for the Northwestern Human Services Autism School in Carlisle, Pennsylvania.
Fantastic. Well, just the way you said that, I can see that Boy Scouts really had great impact on you, Otto, and it's great to have you here. Jonna Terrell is a senior over at Harrisburg Academy, and your first time here, and language and world languages are very important to you, and in fact, you had a chance to use the skills last summer.
Yes, I went to Spain with my best friend, and I studied a lot with my Spanish, and I talked a lot, and I've learned to really love Spanish and other languages as well.
When you say you went with your best friend, does that mean your parents sent you just 2 teenage girls alone?
No, she lives in Spain during the summer with her parents because her family is from Spain, and I got the chance to go with her.
Fantastic opportunity. Well, welcome. Nice to have you here. Jonna and Otto, let's put you 2 one-on-one. Wenceslas Square is the center of this European capital. It was there that thousands gathered in 1989 protests that led to the Velvet Revolution. What is the capital of the Czech Republic? Ooh, I know that you'll know that you're familiar with Prague is the correct answer. This acid is responsible for the flavor of pure yogurt. It's found in dairy foods that have turned sour and in muscle tissue without enough oxygen. What acid is it, Otto?
Lactic acid.
That is absolutely correct for 10 points. In 2008, researchers found a new photograph of her with her teacher, Anne Sullivan, holding a doll, the first word Sullivan spelled for her after they met in 1887. Who is this girl left blind and deaf after a childhood illness? Otto again.
Helen Keller.
She's the one. Well done. 50 to 100 as we now meet our two captains. We're going to need to say hello to Bryce Davis, a senior, and we welcome you to Studio A and to Brainbusters. Now, you have interesting opportunities ahead of you for your choice of higher education. You're marrying two interesting subjects. Enlighten us, would you, Bryce?
I plan to go to college to dual major in Bible study and music. I very much am a passionate musician, and I'm also a passionate Christian, and I plan to pursue both of those in my future.
Are you going to stay locally at?
There's a few local colleges I'm looking at, but it just depends. I haven't decided on a college yet.
Well, we wish you luck in your endeavor. And David Levine, and he is a junior over at Harrisburg Academy. And it's great to have you here. And you like to read, as I assume most of the players here today do, but you have a particular genre that you're fond of.
Yep, I particularly like to read science fiction and fantasy. That's basically all the books that I read.
Is there any particular author that you're most fond of?
One of my favorite books is The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. I read that a couple years ago when I was younger, and I just loved it.
All right, well, nice to have you here. All right, David and Bryce, let's put you two one-on-one. He was inducted in the Senate chamber and sworn in by Chief Justice John Marshall on March 4th, 1801, who was the first president to be inaugurated in the city of Washington. Bryce.
James Madison?
No, sorry. Incorrect. David, do you have any idea? David.
Thomas Jefferson.
He's the one, yes, for 10 points. 5 states have been added to the United States in the 20th century. Arizona, the Grand Canyon state, became the last of the 48 states in February 1912. The land of enchantment entered the Union only, David.
New Mexico.
New Mexico, only 1 month before. The state, of course, was New Mexico. And finally, the Shang was the first one in China. The Zhou was the second. David.
Dynasty.
Dynasties is absolutely correct. Well done. 50 to 130 as we say hello to our next player, Nathan Skethway. And you are a senior over at West Perry, and it's great to have you here. And you have high aspirations, Nathan, for the entertainment field.
Yes.
You plan to go to New York City? Is this...
Yes, I would like to go to New York City, hopefully to New York University to study filmmaking.
And you want, do you want to be behind the camera?
I would like to be a director.
Director. Do you have some experience, like at school? Do they have digital cameras?
In our West Perry Reach program, in 6th grade, we did some filmmaking, and ever since I've been doing a lot of filmmaking projects, which has helped me prepare a portfolio for college applications.
Well, good for you. I know it's quite an endeavor to try to overcome to get into a school like NYU, and we wish you all the luck. Chloe Picchio, great to have you here. You are a sophomore at Harrisburg Academy, and I guess one could say that you are an urban artist and had a great opportunity to show your wares in the city of Harrisburg. Tell us about this.
Well, 2 summers ago, there was this contest called Hydrant Hysteria, sponsored by the Harrisburg Downtown Improvement District, and it was a contest where you got to pick a hydrant and you got to design it, and it had to reflect the city of Harrisburg.
A fire hydrant. Mm-hmm. And where is your fire hydrant that you painted?
Mine is on the Capitol Complex on the corners of Walnut and Aberdeen Street, and it's themed after Strawberry Square. It's called Strawberry Delight, and it has strawberries on it.
Congratulations. What an honor to be driving past there to see that your art is right there in public display. Chloe and Nathan, let's put you two one-on-one. It looks like an inverted V. In physics, it's used to symbolize wavelength. What is this Greek letter? Oh, I see a lot of wide-eyed individuals, and they might know lambda is the correct response. It's the popular name for the headquarters of the Metropolitan Police Force of London, and especially its Criminal Investigation Department. What is it? Chloe?
Scotland Yard.
You are correct for 10 points. And finally, in 1888, he left Paris and moved to the south of France, where he produced some 200 paintings in less than 18 months. Among them, Nathan.
Vincent van Gogh.
Vincent van Gogh. Among them, of course, Starry Night. 60 to 140 as we say hello now to our final players. Adam Clower is a sophomore at West Perry, and it's great to have you here. And you participate in Science Fair, and it's so refreshing to hear that people are still involved with Science Fair. Can you reveal anything about your project?
This is my first year in Science Fair, and my partner and I are going to be doing an engineering project involved with producing electricity.
And, okay, all right, we'll leave it at that. You probably don't want to give away too much, huh?
Top secret.
Top secret, I love it. Okay, Jude Nifong. And you are a sophomore at Harrisburg Academy, and we welcome you to Studio A. And we were talking before the show that you had a life-changing trip of a lifetime. Tell us about this experience.
This past August, my family and I traveled with some other relatives and friends to 2 countries in Africa. We went to South Africa and Tanzania, and there I got to experience the culture and also the wildlife.
And you saw the migration in Tanzania.
Yes.
And you stayed in a safari?
The wildebeest migration was one of the highlights of my trip.
Did you stay in a tent safari or a lodge?
We stayed in both. We stayed in a tented camp for 4 nights and then also lodges.
Yes, and I know how luxurious they are. It's kind of surprising. Jude and Adam, let's put you two one-on-one. Gdansk is Poland's only major port. On what sea is it located? Jude?
Baltic Sea?
Baltic Sea, yes, well done. Gregor Mendel used these plants to determine the basic law of heredity. What did he grow and crossbreed in his monastery's garden? Oh, I know you learned this in biology class. Peas. And finally, the British called them the coercive acts. What did the colonists call these controversial 1774 laws? Adam?
Intolerable acts.
The intolerable acts is absolutely correct. 70 to 150, a nice game going. And it's now time for today's 60-second team lightning round. Now, Bryce, your team is behind at this point, but only by 80 points. So you are going to select first among these 3 quizzes. It happened here, there's just one, and okay. It happened here, there's just one, okay.
There's just one, please.
There's just one. For each of these questions, there's just one answer. For 10 points each, identify these people, places, and things that are one of a kind. They're all one of a kind. Now, Bryce, I take your answer as the team's answer. Otto, Nathan, and Adam are standing by ready to help you along. We're going to put 60 seconds on the clock. Begin now. The only country that's also a continent.
Australia.
Correct. The only U.S. president elected 4 times. FDR. The only state that borders the state of Maine.
Skip.
New Hampshire. The only woman to be Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Nancy Pelosi.
She's the one. The only mammal that can fly if you don't count Superman.
Bats.
Bats is correct. The only planet in our solar system not named for a Greek or Roman god.
Earth.
Earth is correct. The only bird that can fly backwards.
Hummingbird.
Correct. The only woman driver to win a major IndyCar race.
I got this.
Danica Patrick.
That's correct. The only rock that floats in water.
Skip.
Pumice. The only English queen who never married.
Elizabeth I.
That's correct. The only chemical element whose name begins with the letter K.
Skip.
Krypton. The only amendment to the U.S. Constitution to be repealed.
17th.
The 18th. The only crime defined in the U.S. Constitution. Treason. A little faltering, 7 correct, 70 points came your way. David, it's now up to you with okay, and it happened here.
Okay, please.
Okay. If it's okay with you, we'd like you to answer these questions about people, places, and things whose names all begin with the letter K. David, I take your answer as a team's answer. John, Chloe, and Jude are standing by ready to help you along. We need 60 seconds on the clock. We'll begin now. He was the Democratic candidate for president in 2004.
John Kerry.
He's the one, yes. This scientific unit is equal to 2.2 pounds or 1,000 grams.
Kilogram?
Correct. It's what KKK stands for.
Ku Klux Klan.
Correct. This 7-day African-American holiday begins the day after Christmas.
Kwanzaa.
Correct. The big gorilla climbed to the top of the Empire
King
State
Kong.
Building. King Kong is correct. This is Israel's parliament.
The Knesset.
Knesset.
Knesset is correct. His novels include Insomnia, Desperation, and Misery.
Knut Thompson.
No, Stephen King. In Buddhism and Hinduism, it's the effect of your actions on destiny.
Karma.
Karma, yes. Mount Godwin, Austin, your second highest mountain, is also known as?
Kilimanjaro.
K2. In biology, it's the highest level of classification.
Kingdom.
Kingdom, yes. Is Ode on a Grecian urn maybe his most famous poem?
Pass.
John Keats. He was the leader of the Soviet Union during the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Khrushchev.
He's the one, yes. This Japanese art of self-defense uses sharp kicks.
Kendo.
Karate. The largest city in the United States whose name begins with K is Kansas City, Missouri. Nice done, some good teamwork, 9 correct. So 90 points came your way. I'm now going to reveal today's bonus Brainbuster category. And that's opera, or historical women, historical women. We'll be back with our bonus Brainbuster and more right after this.
Good afternoon. My name's Tom Banks. I'm the high school principal at Harrisburg Academy. Harrisburg Academy is a college prep independent school with a pre-K through 12 program. For years we were a strong AP school, but now as an international baccalaureate school, we offer the competitive program along with about 3,000 schools worldwide. Good luck and congratulations. Go Spartans.
Thank you, Dr. Banks, and thank you for staying with us for our competition between West Perry and Harrisburg Academy. But before the action resumes, here's a chance for you to play along with our Shippensburg Pop Quiz, brought to you by Shippensburg University, hosting an admissions open house on Saturday, December 4th. That's Saturday, December 4th, where you can talk to faculty and students, tour the campus, and learn more about the SHIP experience. You can register at ship.edu. And now let's head over to that great campus of Shippensburg University for today's question.
This term, coined by sociologist Arlie Hochschild, refers to the domestic and parental responsibilities of working parents.
Now, if you know the answer or would like to see the question again, please log on to WGAL.com/Brainbusters. The winner will be selected in a random drawing among all correct responses received before Friday's News 8 at 5. You can win some awesome Shippensburg apparel, plus you can email me with any questions or comments about the show. All right, now let's get back into the show. It's time now for today's bonus Brainbuster. During our break, our teams wagered from 0 to 50 points based on their knowledge of historical women. Jerry Gish up in the newsroom has today's question. Jerry?
Thanks, Rich. And now here's your bonus Brainbuster question. Feminist and suffragist. Her face appears on the 1979 $1 coin. Who founded the National Women's Suffrage Association in 1869? Again, feminist and suffragist. Her face appears on the 1979 $1 coin. Who founded the National Women's Suffrage Association in 1869? Good luck with your answer. Now back to Studio A. Rich.
Thank you, Jerry Gish. Teams will give you about 5 seconds. Good luck. Okay, time is up. We're going to ask Nathan, I know, is doing the penmanship responsibilities for Bryce. So Bryce, we're going to ask if you would show your, you have nothing. I'm so sorry. So we're going to have to deduct 30 points from your score, taking you down to 110. That was a good wager. It's up to you now, David. Susan B. Anthony, you are correct. Taking you up to 265. 110 to 265. Who's going to come back for round 2? Well, it's time now for today's final frenzy. 20-point questions. Good luck to both teams. And here we go with our first 20-point question. In Spanish, the letter Ñ has a tilde over it. In German, what are the 2 dots placed over a vowel called? Chloe?
Umlaut.
Umlaut is correct. Hamlet calls him a bloody, bawdy villain. Remorseless, treacherous, lecherous, kindless villain. Who is this king? David?
Claudius.
Claudius, his uncle. In 1959, she became the first black woman to have a play produced on Broadway. Who wrote A Raisin in the Sun? Jude?
Tennessee Williams?
No, it was not he. I'm sorry. West Perry, any idea? Lorraine Hansberry. In 1898, they discovered polonium and radium in a sample of pitch blende. What was the last name of Pierre and Marie, husband and wife scientists? Chloe?
Curie.
Curie is correct. The adjective antediluvian refers to this event. What biblical event is it? David.
The Great Flood?
The Great Flood, indeed. Yes, it's a composition for a solo instrument and orchestra, usually in 3 movements. Tchaikovsky's, Nathan.
Concerto.
Concerto, of course, Bach's 6th Brandenburg Concerto, are most famous. To a Spaniard, La Mancha is the home of Don Quixote. What is La Manche to a Frenchman? It's called the English Channel, is what is known in France. Democrats call him the log cabin candidate, but Whig supporters voted for Tippecanoe and Tyler, too. Who won the election of 1840? Jude.
Abraham Lincoln.
No, it was not he. No, sorry, Wes Berry. Tippecanoe and Tyler, too, very well known for William Henry Harrison. It's the oldest continuously occupied capital city in the Western Hemisphere. It's also the largest capital city. What city is it? Bryce.
Washington, D.C.?
No, sorry. So sorry. Harrisburg Academy, any idea? Jude.
Rome?
No. It's Mexico City in the Western Hemisphere. His principal discoveries were the principle of the hydraulic screw, the principle of the lever, and the principle of buoyancy. Who was this Greek scientist and mathematician, David?
Archimedes.
He's the one, yes. He still holds the records for the Kentucky Derby and the Belmont Stakes, both set in 1973, the year he won the Triple Crown, David.
Secretariat.
Secretariat is correct. The 1360 Peace of Bretigny and the 1375 Truce of Bruges briefly interrupted this long conflict between England and France. What war was it, David?
100 Years' War?
You are correct again. This plasma stream, speeding from the sun at nearly 1 million miles per hour, produces the northern and southern lights. What is this ionized flow of gas called? It's called the solar wind. After being driven into debt by weak paper currency, Massachusetts farmers revolted in 1786. What was this colonial rebellion called? It was called Shays' Rebellion. That now takes us to the end of the round and to the end of the game. It looks like we're going to see Harrisburg Academy for round 2, but we hope to see you in just a moment or two. Congratulations, Harrisburg Academy. Boy, they really had the lead early on and wouldn't let go and held on to it throughout the game. So they're going to be triumphant, and they're going to come back for round 2. We're going to find out who they're going to challenge on the next Westfield Insurance Brainbusters. At the end of our tournament, one of our teams is going to walk away with $5,000 in scholarship to Shippensburg University. That could be for the team members or some of the lucky peers at their school. Plus, Westfield Insurance, our corporate sponsor, will give away $15,000 in grant money to the top 4 winning schools. Now, on the next Westfield Insurance Brainbusters, we are so excited to welcome 2 very competitive teams, at least historically, Lancaster Country Day and Manheim Township. We hope to have the pleasure of your company as well. From all of us at Brainbusters, I'm Rich Rosen. Thanks for watching and make it a great day. So long. Well done.